Hello friends, and welcome to Mornings at Sunrise Cottage. My name is Vicki and I'm here with Neil and Pepper. And if you haven't been to our channel before, if this is your first time, we do thrifting, we do antique stores, we do gardening, we do house renovations, and we're getting ready to do a big one of those. And seems like we've done a lot of moving, and we do go to special places at times. But today we're at Georgetown Peddlers Mall, and we found some great things today and some things that we really hadn't seen before. So I am so excited to show it to you and to share it with you today. This first thing that we're looking at here, I have no idea what it is, and if you all do, please leave a message in the comments below and tell us what it is. This was an old scale here, like they would use for meat or whatever in a store, or to weigh things out in a store. And I thought this little dashing through the snow was just a really nice touch. I saw these old red chairs that I thought would be so cute in a child's room. And there were some leftover pumpkins, and they were very pretty pumpkins. Now I just show you the things that I'm particularly attracted to, so there's tons more stuff than what I'm showing you. And here was one of those little can men that they make, and a lot of people used to put those on their porches. And here was one of the old, like a Hoosier. It wasn't exactly like one, but it was one of the old-time cabinets people had when I was young. And I love this picture with all the snow. It's really good for this time of the year. I thought these dishes were so pretty. It's not really something I will probably use in my house, but I really liked them. And this was like a wardrobe, or a closet you might call it, and it was very nice. Next, I happened upon this handsome rooster. It was made out of tin. It was $18. And there was another one. Now that was, I thought it was concrete at first, but it was like some type of rosin or something like that. But it was still real pretty. And then this was an extremely large basket. There's so many things that you could use that for, but it was a little on the expensive side. And here was a love cushion. That was pretty. I thought someone would like to see that. And this angel was just fantastic. I mean, it doesn't even show the size here the way it really was. That would be so pretty at Christmas time over in a corner of your room. And here was a cute little tray, and someone had made it from like broken glass, like maybe a teapot or something. And I love these old chairs. They remind me so much of my grandpa every time I see these. And I would love to have a set of those, but I'm always afraid to sit on them and try them out. Here was another tray, and it was really cute, and it was just $9.99. So that was so pretty, and it'd be so perfect for the Christmas season. This was one of your blanket ladders. I don't know if you all are still using those or not. I am. Here was an old, like a cabinet. And a container for milk. And here was an old wheel. I'm not exactly sure what that was used for. I thought this was a nice cup. Teachers change the world one lesson at a time. If you're a teacher, you would probably really like this cup. And then there were 2 pairs of ice skates. I've been wanting some of those for years. I passed some up about a year ago, but these were $40, and the ones I passed up were $25. Don't you just hate it when something like that happens? And here was this sweet, sweet church, so precious, with snow on the roof. It was such a pretty church if you have those little towns that you collect. And such a pretty train. Here was a Santa teapot. There were many, many, many items for Christmas out there. So if you still need to get some stuff for Christmas, that's a great place to go. And then they had a lot of signs that people, I think these were handmade, but they looked really good. All hearts come home for Christmas. And I actually think this one was handmade. Then I saw this poster for the Wizard of Oz. That would be neat for a movie room or a home theater. Now I particularly like this picture. It had a jack-in-the-pulpit. I think that's what that's called, that flower there. So I like that, and the bird. This was a cute little table, and that's just a regular table. And you can order the little pools that's on there. You can order those from Amazon, I think. And of course, you know I love these little shelves. This one was $45, and I really liked it. I may have to go back and see if I can find out if I have a place for that. And this was a chenille bedspread. It was so pretty, and I really liked that color of green. Anyone remember those besides me? Then, this was an America's Best Recipes cookbook. You can find the best cookbooks at a thrift store or at a Peddlers Mall. And Prince Albert in the can. How many people on here have seen Prince Albert in the can? Then a cute little red truck that had all sorts of holly or pine in it. Maybe some holly too. A picture of Santa, isn't that cute? And also on the corner, I love those silhouettes. And this person that developed this, dear Santa, I want it all. And this was a whole glass-filled jar, and that's pretty large, full of cookie cutters. Those would be so good to trim a tree in. And look at that sweet deer. I thought that was just so cute. And here are some bottle brush trees, and I guess these are sheep. They were really unusual looking, but I really did like those. Probably be good in someone who's decorating in the primitive style. This was a great booth right here. Some of these in this section come from the same booth, and they had a lot of nice things, and it was really focused on Christmas. Some people there, and in a lot of these places that we go, really put the effort and the time in. Fix it and enjoy it cookbook. I thought this was interesting because look at all those little tools that's hanging on that door. They had just all kinds of things in there. I had to just stop and look. I'm looking for one of those metal frogs that you can stick words down in that you've cut out, and I just absolutely have not been able to find it. But in the process of looking, I've also seen some other neat things. Now that's a different looking shelf. I have never seen one like that before. And here was an owl hook rug or punch rug. And that was quite large. It was probably at least a foot or 15 inches wide and probably 18 to 20 inches tall. And there I've gone back to look at this one another time just to make sure that I didn't see those little metal things I keep looking for. And this booth here in particular had just tons of like the Beatles, different actors and actresses and so forth. It had pictures of them. This is a Longaberger Santa plate. I'd never seen that before. It was really pretty. But I've seen similar ones at Hobby Lobby. This was a really pretty buffet. I think it was $469, but it was sharp. And this birdhouse was really nice. It looked very antique-y. And here was an old hand planner. And I know that maybe some of you've seen your grandpa use one of these. If you have, let us know about it in the comments. And then this was like a little metal wheelbarrow. I would have loved to have played with that way back ago on the side of a hill with lots of dirt. And this was so cute. It was like a little stove, and it really, what it did, it stored instant coffee. Any of you remember the instant coffee? This was very nice. It was a hand embroidered map of the whole United States. And it looks like it has like the date that they became a state embroidered on it also. Here was I think this was an antique Pepsi sign, but I'm not sure it was antique. But a lot of people were looking at it, so that's why I thought it might be. Then here, I thought this was a very cute picture. It had the two blue jays and then had a little squirrel looking down on them from above. And Tarzan and the Leopard Woman. Any of you ever watched Tarzan as a child? And I had to show this because here I found a cute little table. And this was kind of what I was looking for a couple weeks ago when I was looking in the thrift store. And this barn was just darling. It was so cute. They had this section of like silver plated items. This bowl here, I think it's made out of something else. The one with the little rabbits on it, maybe pewter. And these were pretty. Is this a candle holder? Does anyone know? And then I was looking at the plates and saw these little birds. They were so cute. I got one of similar to this not too long ago to sit on a birdhouse Neil made me. And I had to stop and look at this picture here. I really believe it may be hand painted by someone. It was really a pretty picture. And this was an antique chair, and I think someone had recovered it, and it was just beautiful, I thought. Does anyone collect this? I didn't check the price on it. And then there was a churn. This reminded me of the Adirondack Mountains in New York, and I just had to get a picture of that. This was a handmade, maybe you could put your hat or your scarves on it, and the horse, you know, they, I guess, carved the horse's head or cut the horse's head out. I thought that was pretty. And I loved this picture. This is something that I would put up in my house, definitely. Now this was just like a whole bunch of little, mostly carved horses. I don't think I've ever seen those like that before, carved in exactly that way. And this was kind of like a little dress someone had made, and they'd put it in a shadow box. Now I've been wanting to get this, something just like this shelf here. That was a little expensive, and I've seen those at Hobby Lobby. And usually, you know, you can get those at so much off, like 50% off sometimes. And this was a real pretty lamp. They just had bunches and bunches of stuff out here. I guess it was because it's getting close to Christmas. Thought I'd throw this one in for you. And I absolutely loved this lamp. This is something that I can see myself going back and picking up too. And this sweet little sign here, Jesus loves me. And yes, he does. And here was a cute little rabbit, and I think this was hand painted. That would look so cute in a little baby's room. This was interesting to me. Had such detail in the picture. And this chicken lamp. Am I the only one who loves chicken lamps? I would like to have this in my kitchen, right in the corner on my countertop. We had worked all day on our little house that we just bought, so we were so tired when we walked through here, but it was such a joy to see all the nice things that they had out. This was a great wicker chair. This would be pretty in a porch, back porch, and a living room even. And I thought at first that this had the little part that sticks out in the back of the chair, but it wasn't the type of chair that I thought it was. And here's another one of those wagons like I really like, except this one was huge. This is like 4 or 5 times bigger than the one that I have. this would be cute maybe in front of a window. And I like this trim piece up here. I'm not exactly sure what you could use it for, but look at the detail in that. And here was an old fisherman. Friends, I want to thank you all for joining us today. And if you don't mind, please like and subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. We appreciate you so much for listening to our channel. And if you will like it, it helps us to reach out to more people. And here is an old sewing machine. I don't know that I've seen the Minnesota brand before. Have you all? Now this was an old cabin and someone had made, and it was $165, but it was very unique. There's another side that's going to be shown in just a moment. I thought that was very unusual. And here was some cotton. Are y'all still using cotton in your arrangements? This was a gorgeous picture of the cardinals with the berries. It was just so pretty. And I came upon these plates, and it was the set of a Creer and Ives, and there were 4 of them. And I couldn't think about how to use them, but I think you could put them on your above your sink on either side, 2 on each side. What do you all think? There were some cute, very small stockings there. And how do y'all like that 1955 Buick? Sharp looking car. I think I'd like to see those going down the road today. How about you all? Then I love this sign, of course, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me, Philippians 4:13. Then you had the Lord's Prayer there. And I think I'm going to get that because I'm going to use it in Jude's play/classroom. And this is one of my favorite booths there. They just have such unusual items. I love the little wood items and the little basket-like items. This is the same booth. It's just more pictures of it. And next, how would you like that bathtub? That is very different. I don't think I've ever seen one like that before. And this was the child's rocking chair. You can tell that is definitely an antique. And they had a cute shelf over there on the left too. I like the welcome sign here. That's what I was really showing you there. And that was handmade also. And I loved this right here. That would be so pretty in a dining room. I didn't get to check the price on that. I'll have to go back and check that one out too. And this was good. This is a good little booth. Look at the tree they've made there out of wood. I like that. I love anything that's creative. And this ship was so pretty. There was something about it that I really liked. That would also be pretty in a den or in a children's room. And I love this picture here. Anything that speaks of the 50s or 40s I seem to like. Now, these glasses were the 12 days of Christmas. I like those. And also here I saw something I didn't realize they had, and that was corral ware that had a Christmas theme. I'd seen some of these at a ladies' tea before, but I didn't realize they were corral ware. And so I took some pictures of also the mugs. And I think there were a couple of the mug sets there. But that was very nice. Then here was an old pair of roller skates. And you could decorate with them in the summer just like you do ice skates in the winter. Here's something Neil and I both liked. This lamp. Look how unusual that is. I even like the shade and everything. And this was close to that booth. And this wreath is so pretty the way it's on that old chalkboard. And there was some more of the china there, Christmas china. And someone had redone this, I'm not sure if it's a buffet, if it's a chest, exactly what it is, but it was really pretty. I think that's the one I checked, and it was about $700. And then these were nice too, that had like the little shelf between the, I guess that's supposed to look like a something around your window or something. And these pictures here were pretty. They were really tall. I mean, you can kind of tell the height, how much height they had. And this was an old-time camp stove. I guess when people used to just first started really getting into camping. I really wanted to get in there and check it out more, but I didn't want to touch it. And here's a sign, "You are so loved, Mom." That would be a good Christmas gift, wouldn't it? Then this sign, "I don't have to be a great cook, I'm a trophy wife." And here was an old retro dinette set, it says. And I've sure seen some of those. I don't think I ever saw any that was fancy enough to have the metal tops to them. And this was the sweetest picture of the two horses. And this was a seed, something about seeds, hybrid corn seed. And y'all, next week, next Tuesday, we will be showing what we've got done on the house that we purchased at close to Bowling Green. I mean, close to Georgetown. This is an old popcorn holder from the movie days, the drive-in movie days. I remember those. And this was another little chest. I guess it was like a little dresser for a playhouse of some kind. So if y'all want to see how we're decorating our house, things we're going to do to change it, tune in next Tuesday and you'll see the first of quite a few pictures of that. There was another chicken, and this was another really pretty buffet. Then they had some nice signs. I like the garden sign, of course. And this is a horse sign, and the reason that I like this sign is the street we live on is named after a racehorse. And how do you like that chest? This is also handmade. So friends, by this time we were so worn out we had to call it a day. So may God bless you and your family. I hope you have a wonderful week. And if you have time, join us again next Tuesday and you'll see what's happening in our lives. Bye, friends.